Hi everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition, blind with myself, Variax. Apologies if you can hear a little whirring in the background. I don't know if you'll be able to or not, but I have a fan on because I'm recording this in the evening. It's been a very warm sunny day and the sun has just been blazing in this room for a couple of hours, so it's a bit warm, so I put the fan on. So if you can hear that, apologies, but I don't think you'll be able to, just saying that. So, Queen Anora is safe. Yay! Thanks to me. Wow, I'm a hero. Although she believes her father has gone mad, she does not think the Landsmeet will turn against him. You need to prove that Loghain no longer acts in Ferelden's best interests if you want the Landsmeet on your side. The only lead Anora has given you is that there is unrest in the Elven alienage. She believes Loghain and Hal have something to do with it. So that's what we're going to do, and I position myself looking at her boudoir, so to remind myself that I have to go and see her. Before that though, I've just uploaded the part where Zevran sort of like left the party, and it was really nice to see all the people who were surprised by that and who didn't know that actually happened in the game. And previously I've had a sort of like a debate in the comments with somebody who was semi-disagreeing on the way I was playing because I was, you know, skipping certain things here and there because it didn't suit my character and I wasn't doing a complete run. And they asked, you know, well, what's your viewers getting out of this? Because they're missing half the game as well as you. Because I was saying, well, I can always replay the game and see all the things that I'm missing. And so he was like, well, why, you know, your viewers miss out as well. And I said, well, playing the game differently leads to different things. And this is a perfect example of that. You know, I played the game in a different sort of way and something happened that many people weren't aware actually happened within the game. The same thing happened to a lesser extent with Bounder, or the dog, the Marabari, where at the start when you first visit Ostagar, you have a quest to help the dying dog, and I turned it down because I had other more important things to do. And everyone's like, no, you won't get the dog, but the dog appears anyway. And a lot of people didn't know that if you didn't help it straight away. So, you know, I just like, you know, I was proved right, basically, and I'm like, yes! I'm showing people things that, you know, they don't normally see because I'm doing things differently and I'm getting more out of the game by playing it a different way and maybe even playing a little less. Less is more sort of thing. So, hi, let's load the game, and here we go. Have a word with Queen Anora and the rest of my party members just to see if they say anything about Zevran. I don't think they will, but they might. So, we'll leave it to go and see what she has to say. Now, of course, I do know as a player that she was like, when I tried to get out with her out of the place, house, she was all like, oh, this guy's trying to kidnap me, and you know. But as a character, I don't know that, so I'm gonna try and just take her at face value. Yeah.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
Aha. Do you think you're a better candidate than Alistair? I need to get these two together, don't I? As far as sort of the storyline goes, it does seem that getting her and Alistair on the front together is the best of both worlds because she's the experienced ruler. You know, she's sort of like led the country before, being pretty much the Queen Regent, if you like. Whereas Alistair is the proper heir. He's got the noble blood in him and everything, but he'll might not make such a good king. But he might. You never know. Do you think he's a better candidate than Alistair?
Do you disagree? You are a fellow Grey Warden. What do you think of Alistair's potential to rule? Never mind his willingness.
It would be better if we got them together. See, I was dubious about it, but then, you know what? I've forgotten his name, and it's really bad because he's a very important character. But the Owl, who I'm working with, said he would actually make a very good king because he knows how to listen to people. He's a great defender of righteousness and truth and all that. Being a good ruler requires more ambition. Probably isn't the best suited. We all do the things we have to. Just make your case. I'm still a bit dubious myself as a character. whether he would make a good king, purely, largely because he doesn't want to, you know, and that's sort of a big thing. You know, he doesn't really want to. He might have to, but why should I support you? We all do the things we have to. So, yeah, so if he was put in there, maybe he would be.
Indeed. I am also doing what I must for the good of my country. Alistair seems like a kind, well-meaning man, and biddable enough. These are admirable qualities, if not kingly ones. He also seems to be a fine Grey Warden, which is exactly why he should remain one and serve the kingdom by defeating the Darkspawn.
Yeah, kind king who's a fine warrior sounds good to me. You just want the throne for yourself? Well, maybe she does. And you would serve better as queen? Just how do you know so much about him?
Kaelin knew of Alistair.
Yeah, makes sense.
It was Arl Eamon that kept Alistair out of the courts, as Merrick had desired. Oh, there are some who would follow Alistair out of respect for his Therin blood. The others would see this as Eamon grabbing for power. Who else do you think Alistair would turn to for help? Eventually, the nobility would return to the old days of constant warring with each other. Alistair's weakness would destroy everything Merrick built.
That's a half-decent point, you know. I don't think it's true, but it's a half-decent point. Do you like him? Let's just see. This is sort of like a double entendre. You don't seem to like him very much, and she'll be like, "Oh, I do. Oh, really? How much?"
My feelings towards Alistair have nothing to do with it. I barely know him. I simply believe that I am what this country needs. I will fight for what I believe. Would Alistair do the same?
Yeah.
Thus I say again, I would welcome your support for the throne if you would give it.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure how important I am in all this. Yeah, we'll say that.
No? You're a Grey Warden, and despite the fact that my father will paint himself as the only one who can protect the country from the Blight, it is not so. Secondly, you saved Arl Eamon from a plot that no doubt had its origins in Hal's sick little mind. People will not forget that. You are competent and powerful, and in the right place at the right time. Used to your advantage, these things could bring you far.
I want to be king! Oh, that's not a choice, damn it. Should we not get ahead of ourselves? We still have a long way to go.
I agree that there is much to be done before the lands meet, but don't you think plans should still be made for what will follow? I do.
I suppose. Why then? Why should I support you over my friend Alistair? Apart from the fact that he'd probably appreciate me doing that.
For years, I have ruled this kingdom as Kaelin's queen. As much as they loved Kaelin, all of the Banon knew this to be so. Kaelin was a good man, but what is needed now is not another good man, but a good ruler. I sent Alina here not solely because I thought I needed help, but because I saw an opportunity for us both. I need your support, Warden, and you will need mine.
That's interesting. So why should, out of character knowledge, why should she turn against me as soon as we're discovered? If she needs my help. You proposing an alliance?
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the Landsmeet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
Why not just simply murder Alistair? It's best of both worlds.
Ignoring that the man looks so much like Kaelin, my recently dead husband, if you'll recall.
Oh yeah, that.
My main fear is that he might govern like Kaelin as well. But it is true that Alistair has Therin blood. To some, this is more important even than practical considerations. A union might be considered a compromise, but is this something Alistair even desires?
Yes. You know what? I'm really just thinking that Alistair should be king. Like, it's very hard to think about what my character would think, you know, because it's very much part of me as well. But you know, this is how, you know, hereditary land, you know, rulers, it works. It's hereditary. So Alistair is king. There is, you know, if we just picked the best one, it would be like, you know, electing a prime minister or a president, but we're not. We're electing a king or a queen, and Alistair is king. So I'm afraid I'm not going to support her. I've just decided then, because that isn't the way it's done. If we start now, then where would we be, sort of thing, you know? Because somebody else might come along when you get a bit older and decide you're, you know, better than you and has no right to the throne, but then neither did you, because you're not part of the royal lineage. So, but if we do get them to marry, it would be the best thing. So my primary sort of aim, I think, will be try and get them to you know, marry. And she says recently that it's been what, months, man. Come on, get over it. And also. And so that would be the best thing, to get them, you know, into wedlock. But if not, I will support Alistair, because that is how things work in this sort of society. So, but you know, I could convince him.
Let me say this. If Alistair is willing to stand back and allow me to continue governing the nation, then I would be willing to have him as my king.
Right.
It is my understanding that governing does not appeal to him anyhow. If that is so, this is a compromise I can live with.
That would be fine. And he would probably agree to those things because he doesn't want to rule. But it would make our case stronger, because rather than us two working together, all three of us would be working together. You know, he'd be king, you would basically make all the decisions, and that's so everybody's happy, basically. No, why would he? No, I'll speak to him. I think that's a good deal.
Do so. I will be interested to hear what he has to say.
I'll do it now, as well as talk to everybody else. And have a word with you, if you've got anything to say.
My lady, she will be forever grateful, Warden.
Yeah, of course. Of course you will. So, you still hanging around in my room? You are! Right then.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set the house on fire. I await your command.
Something. Alright, something?
So, full of questions, are you?
Nope.
If one more servant...
Yes,
I await
yes,
your command.
Amusing, but...
We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option. It is your question.
Nothing else from you. So I don't think anyone's going to mention Zevran and his betrayal. Ah, we can't play fetch inside the house. Or can we? Can we? This is important, of course. We must find these things out and hopefully not crash the game by doing so. Yes, we can play fetch inside the house! Okay, that's all I wanted to know. I don't really need the stick. Sorry. Okay. Super. Let's go. No, you're tired out now. You're getting out of shape, Bounder. You know, you ran about 3 meters and you're knackered. Alice is in there. Well, yep, alright. The pointless corridor is pointless, by the way. Hi. Right, I'm going to set you up on a date. She's very nice. Honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't even want to try. You know, she's very pretty.
So I'm guessing someone told Anora I was planning to steal her throne. She has a nasty glare.
No, she doesn't!
Did anyone mention this wasn't my idea? I think she's a great queen. As far as I'm concerned, she's welcome to it.
But you are king. You'd be a great king. You would.
Really? Whatever will give you that idea?
Kind, generous, justice thing. Thinner of blood will tell. You look snappy with the crown? No. Yeah, that. Kind heart, strong sense of justice.
Well, it's nice that you think so. What do you think I should do? Go ahead and be king, just to let it happen?
I think, well, I'm going to go this route first. You don't really have a choice, you know. You are the next king in line, you know. It's in your blood. You're the next heir. Therefore, you have to be king.
Maybe not. There's good reasons for me to be king. I know that. I just thought Anora didn't seem like such a bad choice. It's just that Everything I've heard about Queen Anora is that she's the one who really ruled here, not Kaelin. She's smart, tough, determined. Well, I feel a bit like Kaelin's substitute. I think I'll be better off against the Darkspawn. All right, Alistair, enough whining. Thank you, Alistair. That's excellent advice. I'll do my best.
This is exactly why I agree with Alistair. I think all that you just said there is exactly why you should marry Anora.
Marry her?
Yep.
As in marriage? As in be her husband?
Yep.
You've spoken to her about this?
Maybe.
You did, didn't you?
Okay, yes.
Why would you do that? Did you take a blow to the head? That's crazy.
Oh. Yeah. I think she's the best compromise for peace. She can rule while you lead. It's perfect. It is perfect, you know, and I'm a very persuasive person. You'll do it because I tell you. Or perhaps no. I mean, I would. No, I'm trying to persuade him, aren't I? So, she can rule while you lead. It's perfect. Oh, I think it's the best compromise for peace. Well, they both apply. It's the best compromise for peace.
Yes, I suppose you're right. The Landsmeet will probably see that too.
And she's fit.
Go ahead then. Tell her I'll do it if it comes to that.
There we go.
Excuse me while I go have a small heart attack somewhere. No big deal, right?
Good lad. That was a lot easier than I expected. And he only disapproves by 1. So that's nice. That's good. Okay. I will go and tell. I'm going to tell her now. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch.
Well, have you spoken to my lucky betrothed yet? Or will we be reduced to passing notes?
We're gonna have a wedding. I love weddings. Drinks for everyone.
He has? I wasn't expecting that, to tell you the truth. To marry Kaelin's brother. Well, I suppose stranger things have happened. If it will truly help matters... Is this it then? I agree to marry Alistair to retain my throne, and in exchange I give you my support. If not, then tell me now.
No, that's about it. Yeah, if you marry... I think this is the best way to go about it, honestly. Probably isn't. It's probably going to be lots of all caps comments in the comments section. But I think this is the best way to go about this. Alistair can rule. Alistair can lead, you can rule. Best of both worlds, you both agree to it. I know it's a little bit weird because, you know, you're marrying the brother of your dead husband and stuff, but like you said, stranger things has happened. And, you know, if anything, it can just be like a symbiotic marriage. You know, you don't actually have to do anything, really.
Done.
Hey!
So, we have a deal, Warden. I trust you'll keep your end of the bargain. Now, I suppose, comes the task of dealing with my father. That will be no small feat, of course, but I am certain you already know this. I imagine you have much to do. Is there anything else you needed from me?
Questions?
Ask me whatever you like.
Okay. Does it make you uncomfortable signing against your father? This is probably a good thing to ask.
Of course it does. Do you think me heartless? But how much worse would I be to calmly stay at the side of a man who murdered my husband?
Stupid question. He was a good man.
He was, and far happier in the field than in the throne room. He was reckless, impetuous, and charming. Had he not been king, he would have made a dashing rogue for a band of players. We were a good pairing. He would not have wanted the burden of ruling any more than I would have liked remaining the silent wife in my husband's shadow.
We're sort of like repeating the same thing, aren't we, by doing the same thing with Alistair. Hopefully we'll learn from our mistakes and do it a little bit better this time. Why did he leave him to die? Do you know? This is probably a very important question. I imagine it's because Logan felt that Kaelin wasn't the person to lead against the Darkspawn, and he was. So that's why.
Kaelin was so idealistic. The world was his storybook, and he was the hero. My father is different. He's an idealist too, but he knows what idealism costs. They often clashed, but never seriously, never for long. Caelan would always come round to Father's way of thinking eventually. And then the Blight came. Caelan dreamed of uniting all the nations of Thedas against the Darkspawn. It was a dream. He wouldn't surrender. What my father saw, however, was the boy he had swaddled inviting Orlesian troops back into the land he had fought to free of them. And for once, my poor, foolish husband wouldn't back down.
Of course, this time we don't have Loghain. So, you know, there is that sort of thing. We should really tell people what really happened, because if anything, the Grey Ones are still outlawed, and I wouldn't mind my name being cleared if nothing else. But yeah, we really should tell people what happened.
They would not believe it, most of them, even from my lips. Loghain is a hero they've looked up to their whole lives. Far easier to believe you or me a liar than him a murderer and tyrant. That's why it will be critical to find some way to discredit him before the lands meet. We must have proof of my father's crimes for the bands, or they will never believe us.
The writing in this game is so freaking awesome, you know, like all the different characters, the politics. It's there, you know, it's involved, but it's not complicated. They've got it just right. It is really, really top notch. The writing and sort of like the plot and the questing is absolutely second to none. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm sorry, he's dead.
It was more than just my own loss. But I thank you all the same. Ask me whatever you like.
So, let's see if we can understand him a little better.
Well, he was once a farmer when he was a boy, if you can believe it. I never could myself. He's useless with plants, for one thing. I remember my mother once asking his help with a sick rose vine. My mother oversaw the rose gardens personally. He touched it. No more than that. And it shed half its leaves like a dog with mange. She never asked for him to help with her roses again. He bought her another one, though. He carried it back from Denerim with the branches overflowing his saddlebag. Despite the thorns tearing him bloody, he wouldn't let anyone else take it. He wanted to be the one to present it to her. My father has his faults, Warden, but he is far from common.
Did he have it all planned from the start?
I'm not sure. I had no inkling of my father's plans until Caelan was already dead. I would like to think that my father planned for the worst, but did not truly decide that Caelan was a lost cause until that moment in Ostagar. The alternative is difficult to imagine.
So why doesn't he back down? Because he's probably got a lot of support and he thinks he can win, that's why.
Because he believes he is right, Warden.
Yeah.
He thinks he is the only one who can see Ferelden out of its current crisis, even if it is one he helped engineer. My father is capable of remarkable blindness, but it stems from his love of Ferelden. That is the saddest part of all, I think. Trust would perhaps be putting it too strongly. My father knew what How was, and while I despised the man, I knew that father relied on his political mind. I expect my father thought himself above being influenced by the snake. Truly, I wonder how many of these acts stemmed from How and not my father at all. We may never know.
I'm not sure we want to reason with him. I kind of want him gone. He doesn't seem like someone we want to have around, especially not on our side. So I don't know why I'm not gonna ask that, because I don't want to reason with him. I want him gone. I don't really particularly want him dead, but I want him out the way. It may well, you know, be that we don't have a choice, but he's not somebody that I want to be dealing with at all. I had to, you know, move him aside.
Ask me whatever you like.
So what will happen after the lands meet, do you think?
Do you want me to try my luck at fortune telling?
Yes!
There was an old woman who read palms in the village of Gwarren when I was a child. She told me that I would have 10 children and be bald as a winter heath when I grew up. I can't say I put much faith in foretelling.
Okay, fine.
What will happen depends much on you, Warden. But you certainly knew that already.
I should go then.
Then I wish you luck, Warden.
To the alienage! So let's have a look. Okay, we've been to see you already. I don't think Shale will have anything to say. Hello. I think we should just go. I don't really... I'll try another character. You know, let's try Win.
This is a nice estate, isn't it?
Very.
What's on your mind?
See, nothing about Zevran. That's all I'm wondering about. But I don't think anything's really updated.
It is no trouble.
So, oh no, there's something about the circle, of course.
What's on your mind? I will answer to the best of my ability.
For example, nothing. Yeah, I didn't think so. Right, so nothing's updated as far as my characters go. So let's go to the alienage. I'm not going to bring Alistair. I'm going to bring myself. Let's bring the dwarf. And the rogue. Ooh, who should I bring? We've got a tank. We've got a damage dealer. We've got a mage. Another mage? Yeah.
Yes.
And, you know, we haven't had Win in our party for a little while. We had Morrigan last time. Want to mix it up a little bit, as well as, you know, maintain a general party cohesion. But I think, you know, this is a good way of doing it. I would take Zevran on this because he's an elf. But he's dead! So, yeah. Fair enough. That's good advice. Oh, is something going to happen? It's not just loading the map, is it? Oh. Okay, it is. Catch. Oh, wait, no. Okay. I get it. So, yeah, we're heading there. Hopefully we'll be able to get in there now. Hang on a minute, am I actually using a weapon? I'm not. Why not? There we go. Everyone else still using weapons, and no one needs to level up, do they? Okay.
Dwarven crafts. Fine.
Do I have stuff to sell? Yeah, I got a little bit to sell,
Dwarven
haven't I?
craft. Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts, straight from Orzammar.
I might do the information thing.
Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance.
Yep. Once, let's have to know this. So, don't want that. And Duncan's dagger. Yes, of course, all these sort of things. Well, I don't need all these. I just want to keep the best dagger, really. Now, throwing that away is a bad idea because I don't have... it's got runes on it, and I want to keep them. With spell resistance and chance of paralysis, so I can get rid of that. And that. And that. And the walls and everything like that. And that. And that. And that as well? Yeah. But I'm going to keep those two. Until I can get rid of the... take the runes out of it. Look at all the money I have. Kaelin's helm, Storm Talon's electricity damage. Shouldn't I be using them? Shouldn't I have them on? This is all the stuff that... Because what I need to do is compare them to what... Because I can give all the nice stuff to Liliana now, which I think I sort of did anyway. But we'll just compare this. Because she's got armor penetration, can get +1 dexterity, which... sorry, +1 dexterity, 2.5 armor penetration. Fire resistance. And then we got +6 defense and hostility. Yeah, so I think we're about... we've got her the best stuff. The only thing is whether the dexterity would be better than the +2.5 armor penetration thing. Also, you're using that, but wouldn't you like to have Duncan's dagger? I think it's about time. Actually, it's not better, so never mind. The only thing is the +4 dexterity and the backstab damage, but she doesn't tend to use it unless she's really... And +10 damage versus dragons, didn't even see that. But yeah, I think we'll just keep it as it is. The Thorn of the Dead Gods is very similar. Cunning, Yeah, I think I'll just keep it as it is. Okay. And it does look like we'll be able to equip Alistair with this sort of stuff since we are sort of grooming him to be king now. So I'll sell all this. Anything as well. I don't want to be too much into the whole thing, but increases attack score in melee oh wait, that's dexterity. Melee combat. Attack score in range by 1, defense by 1. I might give her those dexterity gloves, you know, because dexterity seems to do an awful lot. Rather than the gloves of guile. Yeah, okay, we'll do that and sell everything else. Except the Kaelin stuff.
Welcome back. Is there...
So I want to keep these. I'm going to keep Duncan's dagger. It's probably a very small difference anyway. And we'll get rid of the drake skin stuff. Oh yeah. Money, money, money. Want to keep that. No, we'll get rid of that. House shield. The minus 2 willpower. I don't... I kind of need the willpower, don't I? I think I'll just get rid of house shield, to be quite honest. I don't like the minus 2 willpower. At all. It is a lot better than that, though, than Branker's shield. So I might swap it with Alistair's. But using house shield, would Alistair want to? I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess he wouldn't really have anything directly against house, so yes, we could probably do that. And let's sell them. I think that's about it, really. Nope, emerald ring there. +3 cunning now. Iron ring, sell that. That should be about it then. Maybe some garnets and quartzes we can get rid of, although I could give them to the dwarves. Yeah. The medium gold bar is something maybe for Morrigan. Not that matters too much at this stage, I think. Oh, and a backpack. Okay. So I was going to do something then. Was I? There was Alistair's shield, but there was something else that I thought I might want to change around. And oh yes, yes, the ring, the ring. Okay. Because you only have one, so oh. So more cunning for you, which I think will help, probably, maybe. I don't know. You got more cunning now, anyway. Okay. That's probably going to make up for the armor penetration that I took off from the gloves. Now then, now that we got all that sorted, and it was something I needed to do, we now have plenty, well, half full. Let's see if we can get in here. Oh, it's open now. Good. Hello.
The worst of it's cleaned up now. Just watch yourself if you're going in. The alienage is a festering sore full of parasites, and that's on a good day.
Ooh, icky fleas. Ooh. All right, here we go. Where are we going? Oh yeah. Should be interesting. Do. A codex. Alienage culture. There have always been alienages. They have been around for as long as elves and shems have lived in the same lands. Ours isn't even the worst. They say that Val Royeaux has 10,000 elves living in a space no bigger than Denerim's Market. Wow, that's not very big. Their walls are supposedly so high that daylight doesn't even reach the Velnhal until midday. But don't be so anxious to start tearing down the walls and picking fights with the guards. They keep out more than they keep in. We don't want to live here, you know. Sometimes a family gets a good break, and they buy a house in the docks or the outskirts of town. If they're lucky, they come back to the alienage after the looters have burned the house down. The unlucky ones go to the pauper's field. Here, we're among family. We look out for each other. Here, we do what we can to remember the old ways. The flat ears who have gone out there, they're stuck. They'll never be human, and they've gone and thrown away being elven too. So what does that leave them? Nowhere. Okay, that's from High Ever Alienage. Oh, more controls about disguises. Thank you for that. So here we are in the alienage, which is kind of run down, as you might expect. It's basically the slum, isn't it? Shove all the elves in here and forget about them. And a hurried courier. Marvellous.
We are grateful. The compact is renewed.
Quest updated. Yeah, return to the backstory irregulars for your reward. Hooray! Isn't something else in here? Still the Carball of Melf. I haven't done that. Yeah, there might be some more banisters in here, but I don't think so. Okay. See if there's anything in here that we need to do. Oh, the chanter in market district for a reward. I could always just do that now. I'll do that now. The chanter in the market district. I'll do that. So let's see. Yeah, there's a sextant somewhere. It could be here. I'm not sure. Trial of Crows. I'm not going to do that. I'm not working for the NTV and Crows, so I can't just delete this. You know, I don't want to do it. Drake scale armor. Might go and visit Wade again. You have to speak with Willem Mandon, who lives somewhere in Denerim. So I have an ancient evil of some such. A tortured noble. Sigurd might appreciate being told about this. Our Hall's torture room. I don't know where Ban Sigurd is though. A lost Templar. Ban Alstana. Okay, I'll try and find her. And yes, the alienage. Alright, so let's actually head back out here again. We've got some things we need to do. Need to look for quite a lot of different people actually. It's like, nope, can't bother with that. I haven't really been to the... Have I been to the Pearl? There's two more here as well. Might be able to visit. See what these guys are talking about.
So I spoke to this hunter the other day, and you know what he says?
The one who talked about all the werewolves?
The very same. Said he saw 'em plain as day. Wonder what he's been drinking.
Saw the hero, Dane, walking beside them too, I expect. With Andraste following behind.
Yeah, most likely.
Won't see many werewolves now though, will we? I don't know where I'm going. Chanter, okay. And isn't there a Blackstone Irregulars here as well? I don't remember.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Thank you. So, now we have done that one. Good. So I'm looking for... Yeah, the sextant, don't know where that is. I could always make it active and have a look. But that's kind of cheating. It's not cheating because it's in the game, but you know... Yeah. Crows. Find Vahim Madon, don't know what that is. Find Sigurd. Find Alstana. And find... Yeah.
His children. They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond. I was getting to that part.
So there's Gold Dana, which I don't want. So there's the location of Landspeed, the Royal Palace. Fort Dracon, which you haven't been to yet, and the Isle of Redcliffe's estate. I might just mark some of these because my character might know where these things are. And it'll save me wandering around. The only thing I will try first is going to the inn. The Nord Noble Tavern. I'll probably go there. And then if I can't see anything there, I will just mark these quests as active, because I kind of want to clear them up before we start going to the Landsmeet and stuff. Well, the alienage and the Landsmeet and everything, just to see if we can
Dwarven crafts.
tidy my journal up a bit. Because I'm sure some of these names I recognise.
What's on your mind?
No, I saw someone there. Sorry, I don't.
It is no trouble.
Have you
There.
heard the news about how